Dear brothers and sisters, let us continue the book reading, Reality at Dawn, written by Babuji Maharaj, chapter Spiritual Training. Our present moral and religious degradation is due mostly to our environment and to our wrong training. Proper molding of mind is altogether neglected in all phases of education and training. Every possible effort is made to provide for worldly training of the right type in order to enable a man to secure a decent and comfortable living. But the proper training required for the realization of self is totally neglected. Least significance, if at all, is attached to this most vital problem of life. Reciting daily a few verses in praise of a god or goddess, or observing certain mechanical formalities by way of worship is all that the masses are taught to do. They do it for their whole life, but probably without any gain whatsoever. Internal calmness still remains wanting in them. Activities of mind such as desires, temptations, and emotional outbursts remain as they were ever before. The main purpose of training is that a man should begin to imbibe within him as much godly attributes as possible. If this is not achieved, the system of training is defective and consequently of no avail. Proper making of a man must be the natural result of the giving right type of training. Proper making comprises of the right molding of mind with due moderation in the exercise of all our senses and faculties. Thus, the right type of training under the guidance of a capable master is by far the most important factor in our proper making, without which higher attainments in spirituality are never possible. Here, Babuji Maharaj is telling us about the proper spiritual training. See, present moral and religious degradation of our society is mainly because of our environment and wrong training of our mind. Proper molding of mind is now completely neglected in all phases of our education and training, and as well as our life. Every possible effort is made to provide for worldly training of the right type in order to enable a man to secure a decent and comfortable living. Isn't it? Nowadays, the education, why to go for an education, or why to complete our education, or why to opt the discipline, particular discipline in our education, is to get a good job, good salary, good post or position, and through which we can achieve whatever the requirements or the necessities or the luxuries of this worldly life. See, from the beginning only, the child is educated by their parents that if you go to school, if you secure good percentage of marks, you will get good college in future. If you go to such and such a college and complete your degree in engineering or masters in science, etc., then you will get good job. If you get good job, you will get good amount of salary also, and with that you can make your life. What is making of life? You can purchase car, you can have good clothes, branded clothes, and you can construct a big house, etc., etc. So then you will be a successful person in your life. This is what each and every individual parents teach their children and they educate their children the importance of present day's education. But actually, what Babuji Maharaj is saying that the real education is that which gives a person that internal peace by molding one's mental faculties in a proper way, that is through proper training. And if a person is properly trained, he can achieve the realization of self. But nowadays, this has been totally neglected, and least significance is given to this subject of self-realization. And people are just trained to recite daily a few verses in praise of gods and goddesses, or to observe certain mechanical formalities by way of worship. And just if they practice this for their whole life, they could not achieve anything in their life. Then realizing God is a faraway matter. Until and unless the activities of mind, such as desires, temptations, and emotional outbursts, are regulated and internal calmness is established, then only the person is said to be under a proper training. Otherwise, no. The main purpose of training is that a man should begin to imbibe within him as much godly attributes as possible. Each and every particle of his being should be divinized. If this is not achieved, the system of training is said to be defective. And what happens consequently? He will be dragged down. So, for proper making of a man, the natural result of the right training is important. For proper making the right molding of mind with due moderation in the excess of all our senses and faculties is needed. So, for such right type of training, a capable master is needed. And under the guidance of a capable master, one can achieve that higher state of conditions. Otherwise, it is not possible for a person to reach up to that level. So, dear brethren, Babuji Maharaj here emphasized about the importance of a capable master and the right way of spiritual training. With this, let us conclude today's satsang and know more aspects in the forthcoming satsang. Till then, I take leave. Pranams. Namaste.
Mm-hmm.